What's burning? What's burning? What's burning with KB?
It's time for What's Burnin' with Kevin KB Burns, presented by Bill Lacasse and SRG Financial Advisors. But first, please join us as we honor our great nation with the playing of our national anthem. And now your host, Kevin KB Burns.
Hey, it's KB here, inviting you into another exciting edition of What's Burnin' on Lake TV. And man, this week we've got so much to talk about. We have been out seeing cool folks at cool events, raising money for charity, promoting the Lake of the Ozarks, you name it. We're going to take care of all of it within the next hour. And we can't do it without the help of our wonderful sponsors, including our title sponsor, the good folks at SRG Financial Advisors, Bill and Janice Lacasse, Christopher Lacasse, Dan Garrett, everybody over there doing an amazing job of helping you figure out what are you going to do with all that money. Well, the folks at SRG, they can definitely make sure that you head in the right direction. Budget Blinds, Ozark Barge and Dock, our veterinary at the lake, and yes, our good friends supplying the bottled water, the official bottled water of What's Burnin', Culligan Lake of the Ozarks. Let them keep you refreshed and hydrated on a hot day or any day for that matter. Hey, we start things off with a trip to Wingfest. We were out at the Regalia Hotel and Conference Center for a big charity event that brought in a lot of people, brought in a lot of money, and a lot of chicken wings of all shapes and sizes and varieties and heats, you name it. Also a good opportunity to talk with a sculptor from New Athens, Illinois. His name is Mark Dietzel, and he put together this crazy gorilla sculpture for Bike Fest. We're going to talk to Mark. Also, of course, we try to keep you updated on the most recent news and a bit of a crisis situation. Stick around. I'll get to that during the program a little bit later on. Then we head out to Ozarks Cat and Canine in Sunrise Beach to meet one of our furry friends. This little canine, she could use a good home, and her name is Loretta. Stick around, folks. All kinds of great things coming your way, and we can always use your ideas, thoughts, suggestions. Reach out to me and do so by hitting me up at kb@mylaketv.com. Plenty to come right here on this outstanding edition of What's Burnin'. Stick around. We've got more coming your way on Lake TV.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Want a dock that will withstand the weight from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
It was a Saturday. Chris was a good dad. His water practices, not so much. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
You realize these have filters?
Chris, pour it out.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
When your water's right, so is your world. I wrote that!
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532. Hey, KB hanging out here for all of you that couldn't be here to enjoy some incredible wings. Wingfest 2022 at the Regalia Hotel and Conference Center. Let's take a walk around and see what's shaking. Who's this lovely young lady we have with us today?
My name's Megan. I'm with Twisted Tony's. We opened our sandwich shop back in October 1st of 2021, and we wanted to support our local Rotary Club by coming into the Wing Fest with our Buffalo Rubbed Smoked Wings.
Buffalo Rubbed Smoked Wings. That's kind of a process, and from where I'm standing, they smell awesome.
Well, they're definitely better tasting than they are smelling. So.
Well, we'll definitely get that taken care of. There's no worries there. Tell us a little bit about the restaurant, how long you guys have been around and what you do.
Well, we've been around since October 1st of 2021. My boyfriend and I opened it up, and it has been fantastic. Our community has basically blew us up so quick that we opened a second location inside Marty Bird's. We do everything house-made, house-smoked, sliced, cooked. It's all done by us. So it's a lot of love and quality inside your sandwiches.
So of all the sandwiches that you make, what is like the most popular or maybe even your favorite?
Mine's the Cubano and Club. So our Cubano, we do all the smoking of our pork. We have a cherrywood smoked ham. We make a homemade jalapeno bacon jam that goes on the top of it. A spicy mustard, and I'm telling you, it is panini pressed. It's fantastic.
Ran into Executive Chef Chris. What's your last name?
Chris Massinio.
Chris Massinio with the Encore Grill and Sky Bar. Did I do okay that time?
That's right.
Let's talk a little bit about what you brought to the show today.
We brought our honey sriracha miso glazed smoked chicken wings. Served with a apple slaw, which we just ran out of. So it's kind of sweet, not too spicy. So hope everybody enjoy it.
Let's talk a little bit about, everybody seems to like the smoked wing. Everybody, that seems to be kind of like a theme. Tell us what that smoke brings to what you're already doing with the great flavor.
It brings in flavor, and it cooks it nice and slow. And, you know, I've done this probably about 5 or 6 times, and every time the smoked wing wins.
Now, do you do something like this at home for your friends and family?
Oh, no, I don't cook at home. I'm a couch guy. I work hard in the summer and try and take it easy when I'm off, so.
We're talking with Roxanne from the Bend Grill and Bar, just down the road from us, not too far from where we're at here at the Regalia. Tell us about what kind of a wing you brought out. Looks a little different than most everything else we're seeing.
This wing, we thought about breading, but we didn't. It's a maraschino cherry bourbon, and then it has a little bit of habanero in it for a kick. It's a different color, real different color. We're getting a lot of questions on the color, but you can't beat it. It's great.
Let's talk a little bit about this wing in the sense, is it something that you created? Is it something you serve on your menu?
No, it's not something that we serve on our menu. However, we are redoing our menu. You know, if it goes well, we may think about it. No, it's just something we sat back and thought up.
Tell us a little bit about what you serve over there, because I know there's great food at the Bend Grill and Bar.
We got scampi. That's our main best item of the place. We have an all-plow sauce that we put on our steaks. Is really great. We got everything from hamburgers to lobster.
Sounds good. Making me hungry standing out here. I know chicken wings are great, but I love to get over there and dig into that great selection you have.
I'd like to see you come over there and try it out.
We know that, as is the case with the name, the Bend is right there on the Bend here on HH, and you folks are doing an incredible job. Anything else that you folks do? Do you provide any live entertainment, things like that?
We do. We have music on Friday nights down in our speakeasy that we have. We have an awesome bourbon bar. You got to come see it out. Check it out. It's really great. We got great food, great people, great personalities, great place.
Hey, we've got Chanel Howard here. She is with Paradise, that wonderful bar where, of course, they have awesome food, great entertainment, and some awesome-looking wings. Tell us about it, Rochelle.
Yeah, they're a bourbon sticky wing, Paradise style. We have sesame seed and green onion on it, and everybody's loving them. And we hope to take home the People's Choice Award, and most of all, the first place trophy for Wingfest.
How's things been for 2022 for you guys over there at Paradise? I would imagine busy.
Very busy, yes. We've had a great summer so far. We're looking forward to this weekend with Bike Fest coming up, and know we'll have a good weekend, and looking forward to the rest of the season.
Enjoying Wingfest and having a good time. Have you had a chance to try the competition? Have you just kind of, did a little reconnaissance?
I have actually, and there's some good contenders here, but I think we're going to pull it off with our bourbon sticky wing.
I love it. Hanging out here with the folks from Tucker's Shuckers on the Bagnell Dam Strip, and who have we got here today?
I'm George Tucker.
Of course you are. George Tucker here. Just for those folks who, maybe are out of the area, we just want to familiarize, put a name with the face. Let's talk about what kind of wings you brought to the show today.
So we don't have this on our menu. It's the Nashville hot wings. You can order it at Tucker's Shuckers. It's kind of like a secret menu type of thing. We make a sandwich called the Nashville sandwich, so it kind of mimics that.
Tell us about how things are going at Tucker's Shuckers so far this year.
Yeah, good. We're winding up for Bike Fest this weekend. We've had a great season. We've had a lot of great employees. That's why things are run smooth for us, because we got great people. But kind of made through the busy season. Weekends are going to be busy for the next couple months, but we're on the downhill slide of things of the season. So
now you brought in the malted monkey, which is kind of cool, and then you're going to do like a sushi place coming up here shortly. Tell us about that.
We did pop-up sushi there when we closed the malted monkey down for the winter. We're actually not doing that this year, but we're going to do a secret little pop-up thing there, and we'll have info on that out here in a couple weeks.
Got Chris Coulter here today, and of course he's helping out with the event, and you've probably seen him stage, screen, Nick's True Value Hardware, formerly of Deerberg's. What hasn't the man done? How's it going out here today, Chris?
Oh my God, this is such a great event. I've been a Rotarian since 1994. First thing I did when I moved to the community is I joined Rotary, our Lake Oaks Rotary Club. I moved here in 2012. This event has become a staple of our club. It raises so much money for scholarships. So we had the Fellowship of Christian Athletes speak at our meeting the other day. It was absolutely fantastic. But the things that this club does to give back, and this one organization, the Lake Ozark Noon Rotary Club, is actually, I'm just so proud to be a member of it.
Well, we're glad that you are, because I know you got a lot of folks hyped up whatever it is you're doing, and get them to the event and get them spending money and help out all these good causes.
It is about, we are such a great tight-knit community, don't you think, KB?
I love it.
Everybody here, every event, you see same people stepping up, giving back to our nice, beautiful, small, Great Lake community.
It is an awesome event. Have you had a chance to try any of the wings yet?
You know what? I've been stuck back here, been selling beer, been doing our thing, but my wife Elaine wants to check out some wings, but I'm here and man, it smells so good. There's so many great compliments. I haven't heard any particular feedback, but man, everything looks fantastic.
Hey folks, the one, the only Papo from Papo's Pizzeria, and you might even see him running around over there at Mamacita's Mexican restaurant across the street. Mr. Chris Galloway, how you been, man? Great to see you.
Great, and you're looking great yourself.
Well, thanks, man. Yeah. I try.
I need to catch up a little bit here. No, I'm working out too.
Yeah,
I'm doing 12-ounce curls every so. No, but I am hitting the gym. You're inspiring me a little bit.
Thank you.
Hopefully we inspire each other, right?
I think that's probably a good plan, a good way to do it. Let's talk about the wings you brought in tonight.
I'm telling you, I've never been as excited about wings as I am this one. So this is a combination of sauces, okay? Yeah, cherry Kahlua, which is our top seller. It's pineapple teriyaki and a mango habanero. And the combination is a little sweet, a little savory, and got a little bit of a spice to it. Unbelievable. And they're double baked. The wings are double baked. So
double baked, not smoked, but double baked.
Yeah, I quit smoking. No, but no, they're not fried. I think is the main thing. But smoked wings are not fried either, and I just prefer a wing that's not fried personally.
It kind of helps retain the flavor and it doesn't dry it out.
I think it does, and then it's less greasy, etc. But these are steroid-free, hormone-free jumbo wings that we sell, and these guys did a phenomenal job this year. We're getting a lot of votes. Win or lose, we're happy to be here.
Well, I think that's the key with just about everybody in the house here. Everybody's glad to be here. Everybody's glad to be helping out Rotary and supporting a lot of great charities.
And whoever thought about this date with having it was first of all, the weather is picture perfect. Second of all, you got the bike fest, and those guys are here, and then having it out here at this beautiful pool. It's amazing.
The Regalia Swim Up Bar. You got the concert stage all set up over there. And you got all these great restaurants supporting the cause today. Man, it's great to see you. And I hope you'll come hang out with me on the set of What's Burning.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let me know. We'll burn together, right?
We're with Jordan Fuller, the executive chef here at the Regalia Hotel and Conference Center. And as the, I guess, the hosts of this event, you guys have got to come out swinging. Tell us what you've put together.
So tonight we did 3 options for our judging wing. We did a Parmesan red pepper with a limoncello glaze. Our other flavors that we offered for the guests tonight were a Reaper wing with a creamy Reaper ranch, and
it hurts.
Oh yeah, but it hurts so good. And we also did a sesame barbecue wing.
Well, you've got a nice opportunity, win, place, and show, the trifecta, if you will, at the Regalia. So as far as what you do, Chef, tell us a little bit about the cuisine here.
The cuisine right now, we're a little bit in limbo. We were doing a French bistro originally, but come this October, we are actually flipping it to a Italian cuisine.
Outstanding.
Yes,
Gotta love that pasta and all the good stuff that comes with Italian food. And then, of course, the resort is available to folks. What can you tell us about the Regalia Resort and maybe some of the other things that you got going on?
Of course. The Regalia is off of HH, off Carroll Road. We have the largest swim-up pool bar in the Midwest. We also offer a few other amenities like a gym and indoor pool as well. And we have concerts and events quite often, so you should always follow our Facebook and find out what's happening.
I think this guy should be running the show. I don't know if Mickey will agree with that or not, but I'll certainly put in a good word for you. Chef, thanks so much for taking some time, and good luck to you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Well, we've used all the napkins and we drank all the beer and we've had a lot of great wings, and we thank everybody for coming out to support Rotary, support the cause. Make sure that you continue to keep an eye on what we're doing, because we love having the opportunity to attend all kinds of great charity events. Stick around, folks. We've got a heck of a lot more coming up. What's Burning right here from Wingfest on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the mile marker formula.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Want to get to know local leaders better? Join Lake TV for the COMC Community Spotlight Show weekdays at 9:02 a.m., 3:02 and 7:02 p.m. Chris Schneider talks with local leaders to find out more about them and their organizations. It's the COMC Community Spotlight Show on Lake TV.
Hey, it's KB for What's Burnin' on Lake TV, hanging out at Bike Fest 2022. Man, it has been an amazing week. All these folks from all over the country coming in to see us and hanging out, having a lot of great things to do, a lot of great things to see. And one of the things that you see right here behind me is a stainless steel gorilla riding a motorcycle. And you might think it's crazy, but you know what? Art, well, everybody has their own interpretation. And this is Mark Dietzel. Mark is from New Athens, Illinois. And we wanted to come by and take a look at this and talk to you a little bit about it. So this is something, did you have a dream? Was it a nightmare? How did this come about?
I had bought some new handlebars for my motorcycle, and they're called ape hangers. And I got up the next day, and it made me think it'd be pretty cool to build an ape riding a motorcycle. So.
Simple enough. I mean, sometimes that's all you need is a little bit of motivation. Now, you're an artist, a sculptor. How long have you been doing this?
I've been tinkering with sculpture all my life, but I just got serious about it 6 years ago.
And you are kind of a regular here to Bike Fest, too, aren't you?
Yes, I think this is my 8th or 9th year here.
So have you always been bringing something down in terms of sculpture, or you decided this was the time to unveil this beautiful piece?
No, I always tried to bring at least one unique piece each year, something I didn't have the year before.
Now, when people come by and they see something like this, do they talk to you not only about the sculpture itself, but then do they maybe say, well, could you create something kind of out of the ordinary for me?
Yes, I get quite a bit of that, and get a lot of people taking pictures by it all day long.
You should charge like a couple of bucks. You'd at least pay for your gas, maybe.
No, it's here for entertainment. You know, it's good enough that they enjoy it and they like it.
Well, I got to tell you, this is something pretty amazing. Now, kind of walk us through the whole process here. This is stainless steel, correct?
Correct. And it came from all over North America. Some of it came from an auction in South Carolina. Some of the skin on the gorilla came from a dairy in Ontario. It was excess material. So to be able to afford to build something this big and elaborate, I had to get bargains and donations from wherever I could. Because if I bought retail, there's probably a lot more money than I can afford.
Well, Stainless steel isn't cheap. I think we know that to begin with. So you had to get it all together first, and before you were able to, let's say, put weld or rivet one on this thing, how long did it take you to collect all the material, or did you collect and build and just do it a little at a time?
No, I pretty much collected it, and then once I started, I went 12 to 14 hours a day until I finished. I get a little obsessive and...
Well, let me ask you a question. Now, when you sat down to create this, did you have a plan, something you put down on paper, or was it all up here?
It was mostly in my brain. I did a lot of research for a couple weeks on gorillas and the anatomy of gorillas, and the motorcycle I was pretty familiar with. So I just wanted to make sure I got it in proportion or into scale. So he should be pretty close to a life-size gorilla.
That's a big gorilla, brother. I got to tell you, it certainly is something to see. And as far as the dimensions, again, did you have something in your mind, or was it kind of I create a little bit and then did you have to go back and redo anything, or was it all pretty much just full speed ahead?
For the most part, it's full speed ahead. I pretty well fly by the seat of my pants and then change things on the fly if I need to. Basically, on a gorilla, I built an armature and basically a skeleton, and then start to cover it. Once I was happy with the proportions, and I start covering it, you know.
Now the motorcycle itself, what kind of a motorcycle did you use? As
modeled after like a 1957 Panhead Harley. I mean, there's a few modifications. It's not a real true pixel for pixel representation, but it's close.
It's kind of like this is a special, unique set. The bike has to fit the gorilla has to fit the bike.
Yeah, and that was the hard part about this piece, whereas like some of my other pieces are singular. It's if I'm out of proportion a little bit, it doesn't hurt, but this one was challenging in that aspect.
Now, it does look like you did use some actual pieces from a motorcycle in order to bring this all together. But what is this in terms of time? How long did it take you to create something like this?
Right now, that's a little over 500 hours. Yeah.
Are you married, by the way?
No.
No. Because I was going to say, did his wife think he was just Mark, what are you doing out there now in the garage? Honey, I'm building a gorilla on a motorcycle. But so was this a little at a time? Did you go in with like a dedicated day where you'd spend maybe 8-10 hours? What was it like in the actual construction or the design phase, if you will?
Well, once I made the commitment to do it, I had set a date to try to finish it before Sturgis. And so I got up every morning at 6 o'clock. I worked for 6 hours till 2 o'clock. I would go have lunch, take a break, and then come back out and work till bedtime. So I did that every day until I got to this point.
Well, it certainly is something impressive to see. And I know there were some folks that got here that were posing by it before we started doing the interview, and everybody seems to find it very unique. What kinds of comments do you get from people when they're posing by it? Just various things that they might say, or comments that they make to you?
I think it goes anywhere from amazement to wondering what was wrong with me. You know, one of the big questions I get, why a gorilla on a motorcycle? And but a lot of people just love to see it and love to pose by it and take their picture.
I guess, why a gorilla on a motorcycle? Well, I think the only response would be, well, why not? Yeah. Why not at all? So have you done other sculptures as well? Tell us about some of the other art that you've created.
The one I finished right before this one is the mermaid that's behind here. I'm not sure why I built that, but and I did a lot of eagles, wolves, seahorses, just basically I'll wake up with a feeling, and I don't really have a filter that tells me whether it's reasonable or not to do it, so I start.
Well, that's probably the best thing about being an artist. You can create, use your mind, and you never know where it's going to go. You never know where you're going to end and what you're going to come up with. So let's say somebody walks up to you here today at Bike Fest. They see this. They want this. How much would something like this run?
This one would be $54,000.
$54,000, correct?
Yes, right.
$54,000. Well, with over 500 hours, with all of the materials that you've had to get and time, I would say $54,000. I'm not an artist. I don't know how to maybe put a price tag on art, but you got to start somewhere. Would you give them, would there be a little wiggle room, you think, Mark?
Oh, nothing's written in stone with me. So, yes.
Well, as far as things go now, do you give out cards while you're here, various things? I know you sell some other items, some knives and the like, to kind of make up for the gas to get it here. So when it's time to break this all down, what are we talking about? How long does it take to assemble it? How long does it take to break it down?
It goes pretty quickly. The grill is made to unbolt from the motorcycle pretty quickly. It takes about 30 minutes to get it where it's transportable.
Do you have help with this, or do you do it all yourself?
Usually I'm by myself, but usually friends like neighbors and stuff will help me load or unload, you know.
Well, you still got a few friends, so we aren't going to keep you a whole lot longer. But first off, I want to say thanks so much for giving us the opportunity here today to talk to you about this. Thanks for coming to Bike Fest. Obviously a very unique piece. I'm sure you get a lot of people that look at it, as we said, they pose with it and the like. But safe travels back to Illinois, and I guess, are you planning on coming back?
I'll always be here as long as I'm able.
Well, we're certainly glad that you came down to see us and brought this unique piece with you. And thank you so very much for the opportunity. I got to tell you what, folks, this is a one of a kind right here. I don't know that you will see anything like this anywhere else. But Mark Dietzel, he's got this all taken care of. And what an amazing thing. And again, like I say, Bike Fest, a big hit, a lot of cool stuff going on. And you never know, you just never know what you're going to see. Hey, we've got more What's Burning coming up right here on Lake TV.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532. Hey, it's KB here on What's Burnin' on Lake TV, and I got to tell you about some fine folks. The official bottled water of What's Burnin' is Culligan Lake of the Ozarks. Now, they can do a lot of things for you. They can provide these nice, handy individual bottles. They can get you the big bottles that everybody can enjoy. And as they say, get around the water cooler and probably talk about what it is I'm going to bring to the table. They can also come to your home or your business, take a little sample of water, diagnose what is in that water, and give you a surefire way to get that high-quality H2O. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call them, 573-346-5221. Now, to the important business at hand. Friends, I am not here to start any kind of a problem. I'm not here to start any kind of a rush to the grocery store or the liquor store. But I have to tell you that here at Lake TV, we take certain issues very seriously. There is a U.S. beer shortage. It is looming. And why is that? Well, apparently there is a gap in the carbon dioxide supply. And you may be gasping right now. You may have already dropped the remote, or someone in your house has done so, and you're on the way to stock up on beer, much like we did when we had the toilet paper shortage. Now, I don't want anybody getting in fights over a 12-pack or a 6-pack or anything. I want everybody to just be calm and listen closely. Apparently, the supply chain crisis and an extinct volcano are spurring a new beer shortage. It says we've been running delivery to delivery for the past few weeks, and we are certainly concerned about the supply. This from Aeronaut Brewing's co-founder Ron Friedlander. Also, a carbon dioxide production shortage caused by natural contamination at the Jackson Dome, a Mississippi reservoir of CO2 from an extinct volcano, is forcing brewers to cut back. Now, there are problems all over, my friends. Brewers across the country are reporting production delays in getting beer to market and drafting, no pun intended, contingency plans to switch to nitrogen. Also, Night Shift Brewery outside Boston shut down a facility after being told their carbon dioxide supply was cut for the foreseeable future, possibly more than a year. Again, folks, don't panic. Stick with me. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Now, other folks are paying 3 to 4 times as much for carbon dioxide. The carbon dioxide shortage is the newest threat to the beer industry's rebound from the pandemic. Beer makers, particularly small independent craft brewers, are struggling with inflation and supply chain troubles. It's become a struggle to keep the doors open. One brewer recently told an economist at the Colorado-based Brewers Association. Now, on the other side, a handful of brewers are insulated from the shortage because they use innovative technology to capture natural carbon dioxide from the brewing process and store it for future use. See how important it is to recycle? These folks are doing it. Denver Beer Company in Colorado used reclaimed CO2 and sells extra supply to a cannabis company for use in the grow houses. Didn't know that now, did you? What's next? Well, beer prices have risen less than the broader food and beverage market, but that could change at the rising output, or rising cost rather, of inputs, whether CO2 or grain leads to a more expensive pipe. Again, folks, I want you to keep things in mind, keep things in perspective. We here at Lake TV are all about giving you the most up-to-date information possible. And yes, that even includes having a cold one after a hard day doing whatever it is you're doing. Don't get crazy. Don't, again, start any riots. Just keep everything under control, and we'll keep you on top of the beer situation. I promise we will. That is, of course, my promise to you. Having a little fun on What's Burnin'. Stick around, folks. We've got more coming up. And thanks for joining us here on Lake TV.
Enjoying What's Burning with KB right here on Lake TV? Have questions, comments, or suggestions? Have an interesting story for KB to tell? Or maybe you want to be interviewed by KB on the show or are interested in sponsoring? All you have to do is reach out to KB at kb@mylaketv.com.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle. and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all. We think it's hot stuff when things cool down. We spring into action when things start warming up. Of course, summer is one big, huge shootout on Lake TV. And we fall in love all over again when autumn rolls around. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, Lake TV's got it all.
Looking for blinds, shades, shutters, drapes, or bedroom makeovers? On a budget? You need Budget Blinds in Laurie. Bring your ideas to us, or let our design consultants help you create the perfect look for your home. Because Budget Blinds is nationwide, our collective buying power enables us to search many major brands to bring you the blinds, shades, shutters, and drapes you want for less. Budget Blinds. Call us for a free consultation. Budget Blinds, the best in custom blinds and window coverings.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, it's another episode of KB's Furry Friends presented by our veterinary at the lake. We're here at Ozarks Cat and Canine with who else but the one and the only Mary Meow Me Tilly. Hi, everybody. And we're hanging out here on a beautiful, beautiful, almost fall-like day, which is kind of nice because that means neither one of us will just break into a sweat automatically.
Exactly. I'm so ready for all this weather.
Yes, I think a lot of us are, especially those of us who sweat a lot. We've got a cute little dog. I almost said a gog, but a dog. And that dog's name is Loretta.
Loretta.
Tell us about Loretta.
As in Loretta Lynn.
Oh,
and
really?
She has a sister named Patsy.
Does she stand by her man?
Not yet. She doesn't have a man yet.
Well,
but
maybe she
hopefully
will.
one of these days she will.
Yes.
Loretta and Patsy are 17 weeks old. They've been here with us for about 10 weeks now, and just now Loretta is ready for adoption.
Mm-hmm.
Patsy is not yet, and I'll tell you about that in just a moment.
Okay.
But they were found at about 7 weeks old in Montreal and brought in by animal control. And so
they were just strays, just out running loose?
Yep, running around the gas station, and animal control got a call, and so they checked with us. Unfortunately, we had a kennel open that day, so get them here before somebody else does.
Did it seem like when they brought them in, animal control brought them in, that they, had been taken care of? Did they show any signs of neglect or?
I mean, we posted them hoping somebody would claim them,
right.
But it could just be somebody's puppies or a stray dog that had pups.
Right.
It happens all the time around here.
As unfortunate as that is, it's very, very true, Mary.
Especially when they're that young,
Yeah.
they if they get dumped or mama wanders off and they don't know what there she is.
The hope is obviously that someone will find them and take them and take care of them. There's kind of a little bit of a unique feature that Loretta has on her back, and I don't know if we can get Megan to just follow her around, but she's got like a little dog, looks like a little Scotty on her back.
Yep.
She has the black and white coat, and on the black portion there's a little white almost silhouette of what looks to be a Scotty. It's kind of a unique feature, kind of cool, maybe a neat conversation piece. I don't know, but
that's one I haven't seen here before.
Yeah.
We get a lot of them. Sometimes they have, they look like hearts and their
Mhm.
spots and things like that. But a dog having a dog is pretty unique.
what's her temperament around kids? What's her temperament around just people in general, I guess?
She's very much puppy.
Yeah.
She's a little on the calmer side than some of the puppies we have.
I gotcha.
Not quite as wild and rambunctious, but she does have her moments.
Yeah.
She would probably do well with children. She has done well with other puppies that we've had her with. I don't think we have had her with any adult dogs yet, but I wouldn't really anticipate any problems from her.
Well, she's a very friendly little girl, and again, she could use a good home. But let's talk a little bit about her counterpart. That's Loretta. Let's talk a little bit about Patsy.
Okay, so as we are filming this right now, Patsy is at our veterinary in Lynn Creek, undergoing surgery with Dr. Leak there.
Gotcha.
We noticed a few days ago that she was limping and not using one of her back legs,
Mhm.
and so we called and they had to spring her up to the Lori location.
Right.
Did x-rays and everything, and she has what is known as a tibial crest avulsion. And basically what that is where the two bones in the leg meet, like at that knee joint. The one on the bottom maybe she jumped wrong or something, but it has fractured on the end. So they're going to go in and do surgery. It'll probably require a pin or two, and then they'll do some kind of like a figure 8 wiring to get everything back in place. And then she'll probably be on crate rest for I'm not sure how long, but probably at least a couple of weeks, if not more.
Will we see her on crutches at some point?
No, not on crutches. We haven't figured that out yet.
I always think of those little dogs that you see sometimes when they have issues with their back legs, and they put them in those little carts,
Little wheelchairs
and the
and
front
the
legs
carts.
work, and the wheel. It's like a chariot kind of looking thing, but don't try to climb into the back of it. Anyway, so obviously surgery does cost a little bit of money, and the folks at our veterinary are obviously going to do whatever they can, especially if these animals come in injured. They want to do something to correct the problem as soon as possible, rather, so that it doesn't get worse.
So vet bills are probably one of our largest expenses overall. Not even counting any surgeries, just getting them in, making sure they have all their shots and get spayed or neutered, and the flea and tick meds and all that. It really adds up throughout the year. Just in the last couple of weeks, we've had two surgeries had to be done that were not typical for us. One of them is Patsy's today, and then the other one, we had a 9-week-old kitten who had some pretty severe trauma to her mouth and her jaw that had to undergo surgery to kind of piece everything back together, and that was also done at our veterinary in Lynn Creek. Dr. Leak did that one too. So, that's extra expenses. They do work with us on the pricing and all that, but it's just a big cost for a small shelter like this.
So if you are somebody who is a philanthropist and you would like to help out, the folks here at Ozarks Cat and Canine would love at any point for you to maybe drop off a donation, and it makes no difference. $5, $10, $20, whatever you can afford, all the way up to I guess whatever they'd like to give.
Yeah, I mean, even people sometimes think my $5 isn't gonna help, but if everybody does $5, it can make a huge difference.
Yeah, that could be the $5 they need to get to their goal of being able to pay completely and totally for the surgery. These poor animals, they aren't necessarily responsible sometimes for the shape they're in when they come in. They need medical care, and so obviously you and your staff, you do as much as you possibly can on site, but then sometimes it requires the special treatment of a veterinarian, and guess what? It costs money.
Yes, it does. So anybody who wants to donate, donations can of course be dropped off here at the shelter in person. On our Facebook page and on our website, there's donation buttons on both of those where they can do it online. Or if they want to mail a check, our address is on the website, and they can pop a check in the mail or a money order, and we'll get it in our funds.
And of course, as you watch this particular broadcast, We always put the information along the lower third of the screen so that you know the website, know the phone number, and you can help out, because they would certainly appreciate money and sometimes pet food and toys and some other things, anything these animals can utilize to make their lives a little bit easier, because they don't want to be here, they have to be here. And so the staff at Ozarks Cat and Canine wants to make that stay as palatable, as comfortable as possible. So if you'd like to come by and see Miss Loretta, you can definitely do that, and she is available just about any time. If you have another dog that you would like to integrate into things, you can set up a time when the two dogs can get together and meet and do what dogs do. But we'd certainly like to find her a good home, and maybe you're that person with that good home. So come on down, check her out, and let's find Ms. Loretta a home. Courtesy of the good folks at Ozarks Cat and Canine, presented by our veterinary at the lake, and seen right here every week on What's Burnin' on Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Welcome to season number 10 of Great High School Football on Lake TV. COMC brings you great games between local rivals Friday nights this fall, with pregame starting at 6:30 and kickoff at 7. September 2nd, it'll be Warsaw and Versailles. September 9th, Eldon home against the Tigers. On the 16th, Osage entertains Eldon. September 23rd, California home to Osage. And we'll close out September with Camdenton home against Bolivar. October 7th, Versailles entertains California. October 14th, Camdenton and Lebanon renew their heated rivalry. The last week of the regular season, it's Osage home to Versailles, and then come the playoffs. The COMC High School Football Game of the Week starting with the pregame show at 6:30 and kickoff at 7. Each game will have an encore showing the following Tuesday at 7:30. Here comes the 10th season of high school football on Lake TV.
It was a Saturday. Chris was a good dad. His water practices, not so much. Hey, Chris.
Hey, Culligan. Got a water pitcher for the fam. Pretty safe, huh?
Well, basic water pitchers are passable, whereas a Culligan reverse osmosis system can reduce lead, arsenic, pesticide runoff.
You realize these have filters?
Chris, pour it out.
It's not going fast enough. Just done with that.
When your water's right, so is your world. I wrote that!
If it's happening at the lake, it's happening on Lake TV. From the polar plunge to festivals, parades, aquapalooza, and boat shows, Lake TV has it all. Even the granddaddy of them all, the shootouts. If you're looking for places to party, things to do, or even a new home to move into, you've gotta love Lake TV.
Better get ready for this week's Cup of Coffee with Wow Will and Uncle Chris.
That's right. We're going to be talking about what an incredible bike fest we had.
We also landed a corporate sponsor for future year's events. Plus, we've got this week's COMC Hometown Hero.
Yeah, and a taste of the lake at Wingfest. Did we enjoy that or what?
Still got wing sauce in my beard. That will tell you all about football. Not only the Chiefs, Lakers, and the Indians win, but also my Bills get it done. That on this week's Cup of Coffee.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
There's a new radio station at the lake, a radio station that's geared towards the community, a radio station where you can have a hand in what we do. Welcome to Key Radio, a community-based radio station that invites you to be a part of the solution. We encourage you to become a content creator. That's right, you provide the content. Listen in at 89.3 or online at keyradio.live. To find out more about becoming a content creator, call 573-280-0532.
Want a dock that will withstand the wake from a million boats? Want a dock that's different from the usual dock? Then you want Ozark Barge and Dock in Gravois Mills. Ozark Barge and Dock now celebrating 35 years of building the best dock on Lake of the Ozarks. And we guarantee every dock we build. So when it comes time to build your custom dock, trust the best and go with Ozark Barge and Dock, building the best dock at the lake for the last 35 years.
Did I lie? Now, did I lie? Wasn't that a great edition of What's Burning right here on Lake TV? And we'll have another one coming up for you real soon. I want to thank everybody who made the program possible. Our great sponsors, our title sponsor at SRG, Financial Advisors, Budget Blinds, Ozark Barge and Dock, our veterinarian at the lake, and yes, the official bottled water of What's Burning, Culligan, Lake of the Ozarks. Let them take care of all of your water concerns for refreshment, for hydration, for getting you that nice, clean, quality H2O, 573-346-5221. Our thanks to everybody at Wingfest, Mark Dietzel with the gorilla sculpture, our wonderful furry friends, and everybody who makes that possible over at Ozarks Cat and Canine. And we hope we find a home for Loretta. And I hope that you will come back and see us again very, very soon. As a matter of fact, as I said earlier, if you've got suggestions, ideas, young entrepreneurs, we call them young guns, let us know all about it. Reach out to me personally, kb@mylaketv.com. Until we meet again, my friends, be safe, God bless. We'll talk to you soon.